Welcome back to our special edition of Out Front. We are live tonight in Las Vegas, where a police news conference is about to begin any moment. Obviously, we will be bringing you that live as this investigation continues. It comes as doctors are working around the clock, helping hundreds of victims from the mass shooting that took place behind me. I was at a hospital today. They still have 29 people still in critical care right now. And as the healing is beginning for so many, we are hearing some incredible stories of heroism and humanity, including the story of Jonathan Smith. And, you know, you may have seen his picture. It's a picture, frankly, that has been seen around the world. And the same word is in pretty much every single headline. And you can see it there. Hero. Hero, 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 hero. Jonathan was credited with saving the lives of some 30 people, even as he himself was shot in the neck. And Jonathan joins me now. He is back home. That's Irvine, California. And thank goodness for that, Jonathan. Look, I'm so grateful that you're able to talk to us. I know that you are obviously very seriously injured. You have that bullet that is still in your neck. How are you feeling tonight?
Well, thank you for having me on. I'm still in a little pain, but I think honestly it's going to take time to heal. I can't not forget about what happened. I relive it every day through social media, from people calling, people texting me. I think the people that weren't there don't realize how traumatic it was. The whole time I thought, honestly, I would die. I really did.
And when you were there, Jonathan, you're getting in the fourth song of Jason Aldean's act. You're at a music concert. All of a sudden, you hear those gunshots. You know, a lot of people heard them, and they did what most of us would do. They were terrified. They went down, or they tried to run away. But you ran towards. Did you even think about it, or you just did it on instinct?
Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. From the moment that I got my brother and my three nieces across the street from Giles, I don't know what made me turn back around. Maybe it was the screams, I don't know. But there were a lot of people still running out. A few of them fell down. I still remember it vivid. I tried not to, honestly. But I really can't explain why or what made me turn around. I just felt, you know what, if I could help one person or multiple people, at least that's someone's life that was spared.
It's just incredible, Jonathan, because you know so many people say that and they are good people and they tried to help people, but you did something that so few human beings would actually do, and you saved so many lives. I mean, how does that make you feel? Do you realize that yet? That there are maybe 30 people who are alive right now because of that decision you made to go back in?
Yeah, I do. I do. And I mean, like you said earlier, everyone's been using that word hero. I've been saying it since the whole time I got home. I'm not a hero. I'm far from a hero. I think I just did what anybody would do. Was it smart? Probably not. But if that was someone else's in the shoes and they seen me, I would want them to come back and at least help me. So I can't say that I am a hero. Everybody might see different, but I'm not. I'm just a normal human being who basically seen people's lives in danger.
Well, you may see yourself as normal, but I think most people see you as truly extraordinary, whatever word you want to use for it. I know that, you know, you were hit and you kept trying to save people. And then there was someone else who came in, San Diego off-duty officer. He came in and saved your life, Jonathan. And we actually have him with us tonight Officer Tom McGrath is here, and I just wanted to bring him in. And Officer McGrath, thank you. I know you just heard what Jonathan said.
Yeah, I did. I think he's being a little too modest. I think what he did was extraordinary. You know, I'm somebody who trains for things like this. You know, San Diego's kind of one of those large cities where you have a lot of attractions, and it's something that we train for. But I think somebody like him, you know, I think he did something extraordinary, and he showed tremendous bravery. And you know, he's somebody who inspires me. And I think, you know, I know he might not want to give himself all the credit, but he definitely did a wonderful job. And I was just happy to be there to help him towards the end and get him out of there when he was hit.
Jonathan?
I don't even know what to say. I talked to him the other day. He did call me. Honestly, I mean, I owe that man my life because from the moment I got hit, he was the first one to actually help me stop the bleeding. He never left my side at all. And I remember helping me get in the back of a pickup truck, a red pickup truck with another young lady that had a gunshot wound. And I kept telling him, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And he kept saying, you're not going to die. I got you. Look at me. You're not going to die. He even said it as they took me out and put me onto the concrete in front of a patrol car, that I wasn't going to die. We even talked about the moment where he actually put his finger inside the wound just to stop it. It's stuff like that I won't forget. I owe him my life. And I know out there how everyone bashes everybody. They feel like it's fake. There was no way this was fake at all. The shot that I took in my arm was not fake. From the people that lost their lives. This was a horrific tragedy. And I think not just myself, but even Officer McGrath, who now I consider as a brother, to everyone else. This is what we should be doing. It didn't matter what race I was. It didn't matter what race anybody was at that time. All we seen was a human life. I'll never forget that day, or anybody else for that matter.
And Officer McGrath, as Jonathan said, you put your finger on that wound and you saved this man's life.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he does? You are forever, as he said, a brother.
Yeah, I consider him mine as well. You know, we said a lot of words yesterday when I was able to get in contact with him, and you know, I just remember all I was telling him was, you know, when we got that patrol vehicle and we're waiting for the paramedics, I was just telling him, you know, now's the time to fight. I know, you know, he was feeling weak. I understand that, you know, it was a scary moment for both of us, but I just remember holding his hand and just telling him, you know, this is the time to fight. You know, you made it this far, this is the time to fight. And he's a fighter. He's got that warrior mentality. He went into the sound of gunfire. He saved, you know, it could be more than 30 people, but if it's 30, then it's 30. You know, he had that warrior mentality. He went back in there. And, you know, that's the type of mentality that got him through that and what kept him alive. And I think, you know, as long as he recognizes that, you know, he needs to keep that mentality, because that's a rare thing for people to exhibit and to have themselves. And, you know, through this tragedy, I just remember it's you know, nobody suffered alone. You know, when people were dying, there was somebody there who's probably holding their hand or holding them in their arms, you know, comforting them. When people had injuries, you know, how severe it was, trying to get them to safety. Nobody suffered alone. And I think that's the takeaway from the whole entire situation, is that we might have, you know, our story out on CNN or whatever news outlet, but I think the bigger picture is when you take a look at the whole, nobody suffered alone. Everybody rallied together and everybody wanted to have a purpose that night, and I think people did.
Jonathan, you had a great purpose and you have saved so many lives. What is next for you? What do you do now?
Well, first is basically to get my strength back up. I have not that much feeling in my left shoulder. I mean, as you said, the bullet's still in my neck. They won't remove it just because they fear that if they do remove it, it might cause more damage. I'm in constant pain, but my main focus is to try to live my life as much as possible, spend more time with my kids, eventually get back to work. I've got nothing but a great outpour from my job, from people all over the world that I don't even know, on Facebook, and I just want to get back to my normal life.
Jonathan, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and for showing everybody what extraordinary means. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And officer, thank you so very much for being with us and for what you did.